Hi guys, welcome back. So, continuing to my backstory, right? How how I was being a watchman while I was studying my BCA. Really made things simpler for me, right? I've already shared a video describing the scenario why I tend to choose that job, right? So yeah, one of the missing detail was that as I've told you, my house was like three hours far away from my college. One time going, so 6 hours I was wasting over there, right? In my first semester, right? So I was traveling this much and I was being so tired, right? I was already a very skinny guy, and now I've been traveling so much. Usually I used to have my afternoon lunch at home, right, when I was in school, so that will give me energy to go throughout the day. But because of my school college, I was missing my home food lunch, right? And I wouldn't carry lunch at that time. So yeah, my body was in a very weak state that moment, right? So I remember one instance where I went in a market where I wanted to buy my dress, college dress, right? uh, yeah, so there I went there. I felt like I fainted because I was so low in energy, right? And that was because it was too much for me, like going traveling this much and then studying in the college, right? Like I thought like maybe somehow I need to optimize my life. So that's why I left my home, came to the city, found the place where I could take rent nearby to the college, and then this job, right? So now it was quite easier life for me. So I want to share how I think I did 2 years of that job, right? 2 years I did that, and I faced different kind of scenarios in those 2 years of my security, full-time security job, part-time education, right? Thought I'll start with part-time, but this was the other way around. So yeah, one of the instances which I remember was that, yeah, now was that yeah, I would be very ashamed because that the place where I was doing the security thing, that car showroom, was very near to my college, just 1 kilometer, right, on the main road, right? So all the time I could see my buses going, right, in the morning and everything, right? So I was very afraid if somebody could see me in the dress, it will be so embarrassing for me. So yeah, that was very hard for me. So I remember, so most of the time in the night, right, I have no problem wearing my dress, the security dress. But in the morning, what will happen, my reliever, who is there for the day, would come late often, and will be around 8, 8:30, 9, and even these, like, and that time, like, my buses are going on the main road. A lot of students are going, and I don't want to feel like seen in the dress. So in the morning, I will probably change my dress quickly. I remember there was a time where I will directly dress from there and take the bus, school, the college bus, and go to college directly from there instead of going to my room. So I would carry my college dress as well in that location. So that was very embarrassing for me to. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. One time, just near where I was doing, there was a guy from the university, and he saw me, like, say wearing the same dress, but he was respectable about it, and he was not from my. He was in from the same college, but a different course altogether. So it was not a problem for me. I just didn't wanted to see somebody like who is from my same department or my same course to be seen. Uh, so that does it. So now because of this job, it was so much better than my call center. I has all time with me. I would watch so many learning stuff. I will learn a lot of things from the YouTube. We did had I had Wi-Fi, so the internet was very new and I had to pay for internet for a lot more time. But at this place there was a Wi-Fi, so I could have access to internet for all the time. There was a reception in the reception. There was a computer. I even did my Java programming and these all things over there. So yeah, I used to do program as well. Uh, yeah, and what was there? I would take showers. I'll wash clothes. I'll do a lot of stuff. One thing I really regret that I should have worked out. I should have started working out as well. I had so much time, but yeah, that I was not in the phase of working. And there was also in that showroom there was also a learning school. Like basically they will teach driving, so we had simulators as well. So I could have learned that as well. But yeah, that was not. I was not like I had so many things. So I used to finish a lot of books. I remember I finished this book called How They Do It Now, basically by James Scott or something. So this book is about how these computers are built from tiny NAND gates. Like with single NAND gate, you can just create whole system, right? How ALU. So this is nerdy stuff, right? I don't know if you guys are interested in this. So these all things like you can basically build a computer from scratch if you read this book. So I was reading. It was a very hard book, but yeah, I had so much time over there, so I could finish it and really had a good understanding about it. I would chat a lot of people. I had so much time. I was talk to a lot of people online. I remember while I was doing the job, I was texting this girl from Tunisia, and we later on became online couple as well. Right? She was really cute and everything, and beautiful as well. So yeah, so much time I had as a college, what to do like, and we had this different time zone. I was waking up the night for there, her she was day, so that came along. I remember, so this road was in the highway, right? Sometime the people who are going will somebody's cars broke down or somebody will come for anything, water or something when I was there or something like this. And they will be really amazed to see me like, are you sure? Are you a security guy? Are you too pretty enough for a security guy? I've never seen like, yeah. Then I used to tell, yeah, I'm just doing on the side. So this kind of conversation were like very common. Also, so one thing happened, incident which I want to share you. This is called the invention of my hope game. I learned this hope game. This is a very good strategy to make your things done, and I learned it from a very bad place. So what happened was there was another security person, like security guy, who was colleague of me, and he was also like, so there was two offices. I was on the front one and he was the back one. So there he was working, right? So over there, so we used to talk in some time, like he would come and talk to me whenever he's bored or something, right? So this guy was having a accommodation. He was living very near to my college, and somebody has given a whole house to him to take care of the house. And he was living with his wife and children in that house, right? He was basically taking care of a big bungalow because he was a security guy. And then in the evening, and then the other day, his family would stay in the house, take care of the bungalow, and all the property was with him only, right? And then later he will join this house. So yeah, he was getting accommodation, some money for being there. Also, he was working. So this guy was like pretty much set, right? He was earning one job and then he was getting to live there. And also that is was problem his accommodation problem. So it was solving and it has a big space. And those people, the people of that building will like they will join him like they will rarely come over there. Like sometimes they will come or something like this. They will mostly people from outside. So, and this guy was told me that I could also place you into something like he has one more bungalow or something nearby to college. I know somebody's friend or something. Maybe I could get you accommodation over there. And I was like, fuck, that would be so cool, right? I would already having a living crisis. I was living in a very bad small room, right? And I was paying rent over there. I thought like, okay, this will save my money, right? Maybe at some point I don't have to do the security job if I could get the place to be live there. Then I could do other some little sort of money, and then like most of my problem was to get the living cost, like the rent over there, right? That I wanted to earn. So that would suffer. We had a good song, and I really had a hope on this guy. Like this guy would definitely do. So he told me that okay, I will talk for you, right? So he was telling, yeah, he was really giving me hope that okay, tomorrow I'll make you. Yesterday I'll make you. Like day on day, and I was very much sure. So one day, what he asked me like, hey, I had some emergency with my wife or something. She need to go. Do you have some cash? Like, do you have some money? Like, he was also a drinker, so I didn't knew that he would spend money on drinking. And in an emergency, he asked me like, hey, do you have some money? Like, I need to help. Generally, I am not that guy who would help. Like, just like anybody who ask me, right? I won't do it. Just thought in my head that I thought that maybe this guy is helping me to get something. Like, okay, I think I can push for this guy, right? So I think that's agreed, right? Because somebody's helping me. Should I trust him in something like maybe it's fine. I just wanted to have good rapport with him so that he helped me to get that property, right? Where I could get the accommodation as well, get some paid. I thought maybe okay, I'll do. So I gave him money one time, and so that was like, and the talk was going, hey, I will place you. This was going, and he was doing. Then two time he asked me, and this time also I gave him. Now third time, what? So what was happening by my month end was about to happen, and I was going into next month, right? So I wanted like I wanted to save this 1 or 2 thousand more, right, until I get the job, right? So I could save this money as well. I was so playing on the edge, right? I was saying like, okay, anyway he's gonna get me. I was so like in trust with this guy that he will give me that property and take care of it, help me to get. But I was so playing on that I thought, okay, anyway he's going to give me property, so I'll just tell my current landlord, hey, I'm vacating from the next month and everything. And then next month arrive at this guy is ghosting me now. This guy is ghosting me, and I completely left my house. I already told him. He already exchanged with me another student where I was living. So I lost my room and I'm on the streets. But yeah, so I brought my stuff to the place where I was working because in the night I was anyway working over there, right? So I was homeless. So no, one option was like I could leave everything and just go back to my home, right? But I cannot do that, right? That is not the person I am. Another was like, okay, I'm now homeless. What do I do? So I brought my stuff back to because anyway I had place to anyway I cannot sleep in there. So my day sleep got fucked up, right? And in the night I would sleep on my job basically, right? I'll try to wake up early in the morning, but somehow I'll try to sleep there. Even in the winters, what I used to do, the security room was made of tin shed, so it was very cold. Although I had heater, then still it was very cold. So I will go inside cars. Cars will be like very thermally equipped, right? Ventilator like packed. So I would go and to sit inside car to sleep or something. So it's like every day I was tenting outside. So, there was a property. So there was some area with the glass door. If you know, house showrooms has these glasses. I could go inside. I has key access to there. I could sit there as well. But the problem was that once I go inside this glass thing, you cannot hear anything outside. My job is to give security, right? If I go inside this glass thing, you cannot hear anything outside. So that was very risky for me to go and sleep. Although I did there and stayed there, took that risk, but I was I was trying minimum to do that. So it was very hard to go inside because I cannot notice if something happens outside. So that was the case. And because of this guy, he took my, I think I gave him around 3 to 4 thousand money altogether in two times. And 3,000, I guess. 1500 I guess, 3 to 3 4000 somewhere around this money. And now I didn't have any place, but yeah, I brought my stuff in there where I was doing. In the day I would have college 4 or 5 hours. I'll go to some my friend's house, spend some time till my evening comes 7 p.m. or something. Uh, right. That was the hardest time of my life at that time. And then I realized that I got like this guy was all lying. I didn't know he has a like property with him or something. He was lying, just trying to throw some big words around me. It was his idea. I don't know. I couldn't understand. I believed him. I used to call and he used to just ignore me like shit. Then I understood that okay, this guy is lying. I need to find. So yeah, in the middle of the month, like about 10 days, I think 1 week I did like this homeless, just coming back to my work, sleeping there a bit. 1 week something I did. I still had little trust that maybe stuck somewhere. This process is usually the landlord is that bungalow guy, the owner is coming at this time. Then I just like fuck, this guy is messing with me. So I took another place on a higher rent, right? No, I didn't took. So then I asked, didn't take. So usually I preferred staying alone because I need to sleep at a wrong timing. I didn't want disturbance, everything. So I used to pay a little more, and I will always have my separate room. And this time in the middle of the month, I could not get find room. So over there only, I talked with some guy over there only. Who yeah, I talked with some guy over there, and so there were other security guys who were living together, like two guys were living together, and then asking like, can I move in with you guys? So I'm a college student. I have very good hygiene standard, everything, living proper, everything, right? But with these guys who are older than me and security, they don't even merge, and they are from I don't know which different places. And then hygiene was fucked up. You cannot imagine. I'm saying this calmly, but you cannot imagine how fucked up. They don't have the bed, so you have to live on the floor. And on the floor you will have rugged bed. In the same room they will cook as well. All smells like they are like very lazy guys. They won't clean, they won't do shit. Like the room was shit. And but I didn't have any choice, right, that time. And then but yeah, the rent was way cheaper because I'm sharing the room. It was way cheaper, like very cheaper, very cheap, like I think 500 I was getting. So yeah. So this time I didn't had my own cell phone. I had a tab, which you remember from my drop story, right? And this tab I had, and that was I didn't had a smartphone. I think some smartphone at that time, right? I used to have this big tab, which I will carry as a smartphone only. It has the same slot. So I started living there only, and it was saving me a lot of money over there. 500 is very cheaper, and the other time my room was like 2500 something, around 3000 something like this. The rent, so I was saving this much money. So just because saving money, I just did it for like 3 4 months, 4 5 months. I did it. I stayed with this guy. Although I got chance to move, but yeah, the room which I left was very good, right? I didn't wanted to go back to some big room which will be costly or something, right? So also waiting for that room which I vacated, so that somehow I could get it back. So yeah, I stayed there for mine. That really saved me money. Then in the end, after that saving money, I was able to afford a 15,000 phone by my own money, which I earned from my security. So I bought my phone, first smartphone, I think, on the first year of my college, right? So I brought this phone by my own money, and yeah, then I moved into my the better place. These are because no, that was hard for me. So there I had proper bathroom, room, small room. Room was small, which I was already living there. I got it back after 4 5 months. So yeah, then this I learned this hope game. You try to bait the hope to somebody and you never do it, right? So never fall in this kind of trap, right? Just make your priority. Just be, because there was my greed as well, my greediness that, oh, I'll do this thing, and I was playing on the edge. So that big lesson I learned from it, right? So that was the case. Yeah. Any good stories I remember from there? Uh, uh, Good stories. Yeah, I did party as well. One time I even invited my village friends, like the household, like not my college friends, the village friends which I had, right? One of the birthday or something. So these guys came. I only told one or two people from my family knew what we were doing it. One of my best friend knew about that. So then he has his birthdays. He brought him over here. I actually drank while I was in the job. That's a now if I think it's a very risky thing to do when you're a job, because nobody would come in the night over there, right? So we brought I think vodka it was, right, and in the night we were so late that we couldn't buy any like chakna, right? What do you call it? Any sides, some whatever, like just to eat something with that drink, right? And so there was a vegetable vendor who was going back home late at night, and he has some carrots left and some other fruit, I guess. So we're drinking vodka on fruits. And that didn't digest well, and my friend like vomited fucking in my whole showroom. And the whole showroom was shithole, and it was smelling like of vomit. I was fucking like afraid. Like in the morning, everybody will scold me what the fuck I did. So yeah, then he actually cleaned itself, and the so I didn't know how to remove the odor from this thing, right? So what I did, I burned some paper inside the hall, right, in the showroom, so that this the smell of vomit would go and it will be overlapped by the smell of smoke. And I was afraid what these guys gonna. So tomorrow nobody noticed what happened. The guys came in. The cleaner in the evening was like, "Hey, what you did in the evening? There was so much smoke and this all thing in the." I told him, "Yeah, there was so much mosquito last night, and I have to burn something." So that was weird time. But yeah, I really. So the best part that I had a lot of time. I made an online girlfriend in Tunisia to speak up with a lot of foreign people, because those guys were only awake and all my friends would sleep at that night. I had nobody to talk to. And yeah, and this was a thing, right? I did it till I got my first offer, job offer. My college was about to end, I guess. No, so yeah, what happened, in the last semester or last year, the classes are not that mandatory that you have to go. You will go 1 or 2 day in the college, and most of the time you can just prepare for your placements and all. So that time I left the job. I like went back home, right? And just before this, I was going. So I had a crush back at my home, right? And I never talked with her, and because I was having so much time and everything in this job, I started talking to her. So that's the another story which I want to tell you how that happened. So yeah, takeaway was that I was very embarrassed about doing taking this job. Somehow I did it. Somehow I was embarrassed that nobody looked, nobody knew about. I could hide it properly well throughout my no one, none of my friends would know. I will go to parties and everything. So yeah, one specific moment I remember. We had this fest every year. The college will have a Gra fest, like fest, right? So for me, it was very easy to hide myself because the college will end at 5 o'clock. My job will start around 7, 8. So all the people will go back home. There's a very hard chance that somebody will notice me. But around the fest goes till 8, 9, 10, 11, right? That time kids will stay longer and everything. So what I will do, I'll say my reliever the other day guy, like, you have to stay more because I have this fest and I will come late, and you have to manage that. Right? So will it be okay for you? I ask him like, yeah, okay, you can totally you can do. So I was going fest and these all thing, right? And I will dress up really nice, cool. So I remember Edward Maya came that time and Honey Singh, lot of popular artists of that all singers and these all thing. So that event will go, I'll enjoy, drink whatever, like have party with them, and in the night, like then I'll have my Batman journey. I came in fucking proper dress and like dressed like such a gentleman, and then comes back over and then remove my dress and then have to wear my security dress. That was horrible. And that day, because the party was late and these big celebrities has came, so it was so much crowd and parking that parking of my college reached till the place where I was doing the job. So there were so many students basically beside the place where I used to work. So that are like some of my friends gonna see me today, and then it will very hard to answer what I'm doing. What the shit is this? So yeah, somehow I didn't change that dress. I just wore something else and nobody noticed even. But suddenly nobody noticed, and that never happened. I really wanted to share this thing uh, with my friends in my college and everything. But point is that I had this. I was not completely myself in my college. I had this fake persona, like a very extrovert guy, very cool, not dependent on anybody, good with money. I would never let any people pay for me. I'll basically treat other people because I was earning. I had money, right? Uh, I had some money, so I'll spend. So I was a very good guy, like a really good image. Like I don't look like a poor guy. Like although I was very poor, but on surface I would never let nobody know. And the other thing, they come from a rich family, and they never felt like I was like not on their level at any time. And also, the problem is that when you be like poor guy just pushing around, then you don't become friends. People sympathize with you. Then you get sympathy, not friendship, right? And I wanted real friendship. I don't want sympathetic friendship and everything like people doing things for you and these all things. I didn't want. I wanted to be real. Like if you pay somewhere, I also pay to do the same thing. Equality. I want friendship equality. Equality. So because of that, I didn't want to tell this thing, and also like I won't look like somebody. Like I look like bechara, like pitiful. I don't want pitiful. I want to be fucking confident, extrovert, arrogant guy. That I did there, right? So I played my personality, never let anybody know how was Batman at the night. Yeah. So that was one of my reason. And I don't want to come across somebody who's doing this thing. I don't think that never thought like this is an attractive trait to know, like somebody know and will get wet by knowing my story like some girl. That never happen. So I didn't never told anybody about this thing. Just yeah, just. So yeah, but yeah, I do have more stories from here, and yeah, I started talking to my crush. That is a story which is a like that is my first love story. So I already told you I was talking with this girl. We were like online boyfriend girlfriend. Right? That was like the like nibba nibbi thing that time. Like I was very young, right? And any affection could get some form of like really make me feel good, right? So yeah, first time any girl said like I love you to me, like that was a big thing, like accepting that. Yeah, I never told her as well, right? I say yeah, I'm in a college enjoying my life. We'll have FaceTime and this all thing, right? The Tunisian girl. I'm still in contact with her, but not like romantically. Uh, so then I had a crush from my village, and that love story also started over there. So probably I'll make the video where I'll tell you how this happened. Yeah, and listen, guys, why I want you to know about the story that yes, you can get your crush, you can make your girlfriend, almost girlfriend. So that story I'll tell you in future. There is so much learning that's my I think first I will say legitimate relationship kind of thing from my side, and that like blew my mind like that was there was so much ups and downs like that I want to tell you probably in the next video. So thank you for the time. I hope you have learned a lot of things from this. You can also do certain kind of thing if you are in a similar situations like me. I think my audience is very smart enough. They know what insight they can take from it, what things they can ignore, and like they can take out value from anything. So I trust you with that. So you will probably find some value in this video. Probably next video coming. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. I don't feel like telling these kind of thing, but yeah. Anyway, subscribe. Do comment or something if you want to know. There are so much details. I'll tell you the overview, right? Any details, specific thing you want, I will probably reply and comment. So cool.